author, just now publishing his 21st book with Beyond Publishing. He's a past president of the National Speakers Association. Please welcome from Austin, Texas, Jim Cathcart. Welcome.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Michael. And what a coincidence that the book came out on the 21st of the month in the year 2021, and it's my 21st book. Boom.
Boom. I believe in synchronicity, and you just had a birthday. You've been married to your wife, Paula, for 51 years, and you were playing guitar. Tell us a little bit about this milestone year for you and what you've been up to lately.
This was such a big deal for me. Paula said to me, what would you like for your birthday? Because this is a milestone, like you'd mentioned. I just turned 75, and people say, no.
Happy birthday.
I say, thank you for the compliment. But yeah, my body's 75, but my spirit's about 45. And so I told her what I want to do is I want to do a live performance at Hudson's on Mercer Street in Dripping Springs, which is a neighborhood community to Austin. It's a country nightclub, basically, dance hall and restaurant and music school and all combined, where a lot of big names come touring. And I said, I want to perform. And she said, well, call the owner. So I called, and they said, tell you what, I was going to ask for like a weeknight, come in and do an hour. They said, why don't you open for our main act on Saturday night and do a 1-hour show?
Oh, my gosh. That's just incredible. And I hear you brought the house down.
we did Paula sings with me, and I play guitar and sing. And we did 25 songs from the baby boom era. We call ourselves Resume the Boom. And we just had a blast, had people up dancing and standing ovation at the end. Big birthday cake celebration. It was cool.
That's just epic. So we've got to see some of the pictures. Now, Intelligent Curiosity is a book that you co-authored with Lisa Patrick from Canada. Tell me a little bit about that relationship and how did all that transpire?
Absolutely. Well, Lisa is one of the most go-getter marketers I've ever met in my entire life. And I've met hundreds of thousands of people. Lisa has a background as a private investigator. And how perfect is that for a book on curiosity? And I had written a large manuscript on what I call relationship intelligence, being smarter about the connections you make in life. And one of the chapters in that was intelligent curiosity. And she said, is that published? I said, no. She said, let's make it a book together. Brilliant. So we worked on it for a couple of years, and it has just come out with you. Thank you very much.
Hot off the press.
Proud of it, and it hit a home run right out of the gate.
Yes, #1 in multiple categories on Amazon. Intelligent Curiosity. The hardback is available, the paperback. I know you'll be recording soon the audiobook for us. And tell us a little bit about your background in history, because relationship selling was big. You sold millions. It's been translated into many languages. And the Acorn Principle, I think you're most known for that. Give us a little background. Who is Jim Cathcart?
Jim Cathcart's the son of a telephone repairman in Little Rock, Arkansas, who grew up expecting to be very ordinary. I figured I would be a nice guy, have a decent life, and then die and get out of the way for others. And then one day in 1972, I heard Earl Nightingale, the Dean of Personal Motivation, on the radio, little 5-minute broadcast. And he said, if you'll spend 1 hour extra every day studying your chosen field, in 5 years or less, you'll be a national expert in that field. And I thought, wait a minute, I'm a government clerk, no college degree, never have been an exceptional student or an athlete or achieved anything, don't have any connections, don't have any money. An hour a day I can do. I don't have the other assets, but I could do an hour. As a matter of fact, I was a government clerk. I had 8 hours a day.
Now, fast forward,
I thought, what do I want to be an expert at? And it occurred to me I wanted to do what the guy on the radio was doing, but I didn't know what that meant. And so I became fanatical, literally fanatical, about studying personal development and applied behavioral science for more than 5 years.
That was Earl Nightingale. And then you've gone on to work for some amazing people, then ended up working for yourself. Who are some of the people you've worked with over the years? I know you've shared the stages with amazing people and traveled to many nations.
Truly. Well, first off, I went from being a government clerk to being a trainer who led training sessions designed by other people, to being a guy who was delivering keynote motivational speeches and developing his own material. And then I bought a psychological research firm in Arizona and did some original research. And then I partnered with a college professor, Dr. Tony Alessandra, who's still my best friend to this day. And we grew our careers together for a while and then went back to separate. And I've been president of the National Speakers Association, inducted in the Speaker Hall of Fame, written 21 books, delivered 3,300 paid speeches all over the world, spoken in all 50 states, been inducted in the Sales and Marketing Hall of Fame in London, got the Golden Gavel Award from Toastmasters International, and like you mentioned, I've shared the stage with and become friends with Zig Ziglar, the Earl Nightingale, Norman Vincent Peale, Og Mandino, W. Clement Stone, on and on. Tony Robbins, I did the Firewalk with Tony Robbins when he was a young speaker starting out. Jim Rohn and I were inducted into the Speaker Hall of Fame together. I'm meaning on the same night in 1985. So I've had a heck of a ride, and I'm very grateful. But I'm just now beginning to hit my long stride and knock some home runs out of here.
Well, Jim, I want to bring you back on the show again when we can dive into it deeper and learn more about that, because you just now hitting your stride is something I'm very fascinated by, and doing some research as well on longevity and productivity in the senior years. So my question would be for you on this, as we close this out, this first segment out, what would you say to the 20-year-old version of yourself, somebody just getting started in business and in national speaking and international speaking? What advice would you give to the younger version of yourself with all the internet and digital opportunities that are available now?
I was, for the last 5 years, I've been touring mainland China, doing a series of lectures, 23 major cities, hundreds of thousands of people in the audience, and through a translator, of course. But at every one of those, there would be young people who would come up to me and they say, I want to be a great speaker. How do I become a great speaker? And I told them what I would tell people here in America: become a great person and agree to give speeches.
I love that.
In other words, a great speech is a nice package, a nice product, but it's just a thing, right? It's like doing a piece of art. It doesn't mean you're a great artist. It means you did a piece of great art. But if you become a great person, you will attract to yourself the life of your dreams. That's what happened with me. I took the advice of Earl Nightingale on the radio that day, and I worked on cultivating in me the qualities that would make me, what we call in the book, an eligible receiver for the future I dreamt of. And sure enough, that future over many years came true and is still unfolding even more boldly today.
You've put so many young people on stages and gave them their start in speaking, training, and in business. At jimcathcart.com, what are people going to find there? Your trainings have been used all over the world. What's the main takeaway at your website?
The purpose of my business, or me as a business person, is to help other people live more fully and more abundantly. It's like the biblical passage, I've come that they would have life and have it more abundantly, John 10:10. That's sort of how I see my role in the world. If I can if I can live my life fully, out loud in every category, mind, body, spirit, friends, family, finances, etc. If I can do that and show through my example and my teaching other people how they can live more abundantly, then when they go to Cathcart.com, they will find resources that'll help them do just that. Cathcart.com.
There you have it, friends. Jim, I know you've got Intelligent Curiosity. Grab it. We'll hold it up here and we'll do a group photo on the split screen. We're going to have you back when we can do a bigger dive, and then also when we have more time to hear some music selections from you on the guitar. And next time, we'll have Lisa Patrick in studio here in Dallas, Texas at the Beyond Publishing Michael D. Studios. Intelligent Curiosity. Find out why everybody is talking about Intelligent Curiosity, the art of finding more. Jim, I want to thank you for being with us today. Very excited about everything you're doing and that we're doing with you. Thanks for joining us on your busy day.
It's a treat. Thank you, Michael.
Thank you, Jim.